Good morning, Joel. This is a lot of stuff went into starting this. I'm just going to cut this part. Let's get to our topic today. I did enjoy your last video. It was thought-provoking, to say the least. I disagree with you on a few points. I'm going to respond to your video and explain to you federalism. What federalism is basically our form of government, or what it was set up in the Constitution. Is a centralized government with state governments. They're both on the equal playing field, but the federal government has some responsibilities that the state government doesn't have. The state government has some responsibilities that the federal government doesn't have. The federal government, the federal or central government, is usually have three branches of government: an executive, judicial, and legislative. The executive is in charge of enforcing law. Legislative is in charge of making laws. The judicial is in charge of usually interpreting the law. And on the state government, it's usually the same. And there's usually a constitution. It's pretty simple. It's a centralized government with state governments, usually. It's not a confederacy, but it's kind of like a confederacy. The Articles of Confederation were a confederacy, while the Constitution is more of a federalistic style of government. It is a federalistic style. It was responding to your video. Like that. Yes, compromise is a huge thing, and we don't have enough of it in this country. There is always a place for compromise. There's always a time for compromise. There's a time for not compromising. There's a time for crying. There's a time for weeping. There's a time for singing. And I'm getting to a song now, because if you don't stand on principle, you don't really have anything, in my mind. I'm not entirely sure on that. That was just a thought out of my head. My opinion. It will probably be revised later. Conservatives were more blindly loyal. I would beg to differ. We think things through a lot more. And I'm reading a book about Reagan conservatism, is where basically conservatism is following ideas that are tried and true, that work for the betterment of humanity. We are ready to compromise on some stuff, except when the government is so controlled that they don't follow laws. One place that we were ready to compromise, probably multiple throughout history, I haven't done really much research into that part, but just off the top of my head, one that I know you know about, is the government shutdown. We're ready to make a deal whenever, but the Democrats and those with the president would not compromise. We gave them so many deals, but they didn't take it. Ever. One thing we weren't going to compromise on is the Obamacare. We wanted that defunded. We also said, yes, that is true in some cases. In some cases, an extreme end, like those who think that government is dropping chemicals into your pool back in your backyard. Therefore, no. You would hear them if they were doing that. Those people may call themselves conservative, may identify with the Tea Party, but they aren't conservative. That is just ridiculous. Really aren't. The Tea Party is one example. When the Tea Party was formed, that's because we were tired of not being represented by the Republicans, of them not standing for principles that we agree with. So, we formed the Tea Party. And I'm pretty sure you know the rest of the story, how we won major victories, or at least the Tea Party did. Liberals, or those who identify more as liberals, cling blindly to the Democratic Party even when it makes extremely illogical things. They call for tolerance, but then they turn around and are extremely intolerant. I agree with most of what you're saying. Announcements. I will try my very best to upload on Fridays. For those who are following us, I have a film channel that Joel works on a lot. Like, he's my main actor, main producer thing. It's Shadowland Studio. I will put something in the doobly-doo down below about it. So go check it out. Not an awkward ending at all. America.